I'm not as tired as I thought I was going to be.
I'm still too riled up.
I'm riled up too. I thought I was going to be dead today, and I'm like, I got like 4 hours of sleep. I'm like, ah! You guys.
I have to like go back to my tweets. I said the most terrible things on Twitter last night.
I said the most terrible things in my living room last night.
Oh my gosh. Good morning. Good morning.
And they don't
everybody.
even want to read the text I sent you. Some of the texts.
I can't read it because this is my phone.
No, you don't want to read.
Oh, I don't want to.
No, you don't want to. Some of the things I said last night.
Yeah. Well.
Nance. Not a good look.
Wow. I am still in shock that Nancy Pelosi did something that makes her look so objectively terrible to anyone that is a rational thinking person.
It wasn't bad enough to begin with. And she's all, I was just just doing the courteous thing. It was the courteous thing to do. That's her
given
excuse.
the alternatives.
What's the alternative? What was the...
because it was a very ugly speech. That's what she said. It was
guys,
so ugly. How dare you talk about all these successes that we're having? It's so dark and ugly.
You guys, these people have lost their freaking minds. If you are on the fence and you're looking at these people not clapping for stuff last night, not clapping for veterans,
not clapping for a little girl who just got her dream wish come true of getting a scholarship or a scholarship.
Oh, by the way, you're racist.
I mean, what?
What
even happened?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
and the squad is all like...
Well, and Nancy, I don't know how much harder she could have shuffled those papers during the actual speech. She was just like this.
And chewing her cud.
I mean,
the whole time.
So weird.
And then she was talking to people. Did you guys notice? I don't think Mock noticed it as much as I did, but she was talking to somebody, or the voices in her head. Probably the voices in her head. But she was talking to somebody off screen and making motions to them. And Mike Pence at one point was like, what are you doing?
When he wasn't looking like a proud papa.
God,
he couldn't have had more pride.
He's so dear. He's such a dear man, and you can tell he's so proud of all the accomplishments that he's done. Listen, Trump has done some stuff, and this is the stuff that we've not been able to hear about in the mainstream media, right? Because they don't talk about this stuff. And they hate it. They are seething with anger. And I'm sure that she was seething the most when he started talking about California and the sanctuary city stuff. And that's when she was just pissed. You know why? Because it's truth, Nancy.
Yep.
The truth hurts. You can't handle the truth.
And I wrote down, or I didn't write it down, but like I copied and pasted. Politico did, I don't know if you guys saw this, Politico did a live fact check. So as Trump was speaking, they were posting the words that he was saying and then responding to those words.
Really?
And it was unbelievable how absolutely seething with hatred these reporter journalists were. So for example, he's starting to talk about the economy, right? He's listing all the unemployment figures. And their fact check was, expect lots of talk tonight about Trump as the resurrector of the American economy, but that narrative is not quite right. Unemployment is low right now, but the economic recovery started in earnest under President Obama. So and then anything that he said that they were fact checking, it was total opinions. It was nothing but, well, yeah, he has boosted military spending, but we've always been regarded as having the best military. So they can't even give him...
Yeah, it wasn't really fact-checking as much as it was pontificating, is what it was. Yeah.
So do you guys think that he saw Nancy extend her hand to shake?
Yeah,
or that he missed it?
I don't know. I think he probably did. I think he probably dissed her, but it probably wasn't like I'm gonna willingly do that. But when he saw it, he was like, I'm just gonna.
Because I've watched it so many times, and I can't tell if he sees her
did it on purpose
or if he just was turning and just didn't see. Because by the way, that is a break in protocol apparently because he didn't shake Mike Pence's hand.
No, he didn't,
and no one's like, oh my God.
He didn't. But at the same time, even if he did diss her on purpose, for her to be so butthurt about that is really asinine, because it's like, lady, you have been trying for 3.5 years to get his butt out of office. What do you expect him to do?
Right.
Get your roses? Get
for
bent.
real.
Get bent, you psycho. I would just, how dare you? How dare you want him to even shake your hand? You're lucky to be even up there. Seriously. You are like 1,000 years old. You should retire today after the crap you pulled last night. I mean, seriously, she can't even work with this guy. First of all, I feel like she set women back about 50 years last night because the way that she acted like a toddler. She makes women look like weak, pathetic losers.
It was literally like she tossed the Monopoly board. That's what it was. It immediately reminded me of a toddler.
She embarrassed.
And she just proved that she is a toddler.
Yeah.
Leading other toddlers. That was, and the whole wearing white thing, listen, it's been played. Like, we get
Enough.
You're not making any kind of statement anymore.
Like, well, I asked you yesterday, I'm like, what is that for? And you're like, suffrage.
Suffrage, whatever.
Okay, we get it.
Okay, and it has zero impact at this point.
I know.
They just all looked so, and the things
ridiculous.
That they wouldn't stand for, and then that they stood for, like, opioid stuff, but that they wouldn't stand for this little girl getting her scholarship, or they wouldn't stand for the Tuskegee Airmen, or like they wouldn't stand for some of the most absurd things that they were dissing.
Yeah,
it was what are you doing?
I mean, these women, they act like they're all empowered, and it's like, if you're empowered, then you know what? You can sit and take the fact that this guy has had some successes, and you could also work with them. You could suck it up, and you could work with them if you were actually empowered. You are weak and pathetic, is what you are, Nancy Pelosi. GTFO if you can't handle it.
And massive
Seriously.
props to Kristen Sinema, because she didn't play the game. She didn't wear white. She wore a bright blue dress, and she stood and she applauded for appropriate things like a normal, rational person would.
Exactly.
This is not how Republicans behaved under Obama. Now, granted, we had a few like stragglers, and the one dude who was like, "You lie," which he was lying. But I mean, by and large, there was not this level of rudeness.
Oh, my God.
This was unprecedented.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Their hate has decayed their brains so hard. These people are, they talk about Trump being a terrible example for children. You think I want my daughter to see Nancy Pelosi do what she did on that podium? She is disgusting. I don't want my daughter to ever see that woman, because I don't want my daughter to be like her. That's not empowerment. Like I said, she is weak and pathetic.
And I mean, Newt Gingrich tweeted about it this morning as a former speaker who sat through 4 State of the Union addresses with an opposition leader. He was like mortified.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolutely mortified. And rightly so.
Okay. Sorry, we lost you for a second. You're back.
I mean, she made that entire position look terrible.
Yeah.
It was.
She didn't just embarrass herself. She embarrassed that position.
Yeah.
She embarrassed every single day. She embarrassed women last night. You look like an idiot, lady. You look like an idiot. You set us back like 50 years. Just stop it. If you can't do your job, step the hell down. Seriously.
There's a meme that somebody put on our Twitter of her, like, when she, because she stared at the papers the entire night, and someone put, like, words so that it looked like it says, "How to apply Fixident."
Oh my God. Hey, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Right.
So you thought Cinema was really hot?
Yeah, she's bi.
Yeah, she is.
That's right. I knew there was like
I
a
said
thing
that to you
about
last
her.
night. I was like, isn't she the one that's bisexual? Yeah, she's bisexual.
She's a very unique
She is
individual.
a different cat.
She's very eccentric.
Yeah,
eccentric is a good word for
she
her.
is eccentric. But listen, she stood up and she clapped, and she doesn't give a crap. She doesn't fall in lockstep with all those other weirdos. Right. And I appreciate the fact that she doesn't do that.
Yeah.
She does her job, and she stands up for when she feels like she wants to stand up, and she's not going to be in line with the squad and all those. They're just a bunch of freaks,
so
man.
Butthurt. And then Rashida and a couple of other, like Tim Ryan, remember when he was running for president? Mm-hmm. They walked out, and then they were all proud about how they walked out and took to Twitter immediately. I had to walk out. I just couldn't take it anymore because the speech was so dark. So if you go and read it, it is the most uplifting, celebratory, like, here are our successes speech ever.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're high. They're high.
So there was a visible reaction from Pelosi. This is what she visibly reacted to. Y'all ready for this? When he said, the state of California passed an outrageous law declaring their whole state to be a sanctuary for criminal illegal immigrants with catastrophic results. Here's just one tragic example. And he said, December 2018, California police detained an illegal with 5 prior arrests, including convictions for robbery and assault, blah, 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 as required by California. Oh, no, we lost connection for a second.
It says it's back.
Is it back?
It says it's back.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and buy me that burger thread garter now, or do you want to let your misery roll out for a few weeks? I mean, I'm all for letting this thing play out, but
well, I think we should probably let it go for a few weeks. Let it play out, and then I will buy you the burger. I think we should do a remote from the red garter.
I feel like you should wait until it's actually official.
I think so too.
Because you don't know what's going to happen at the convention. Like, you shouldn't get this burger until August.
I think we should recap here. We bet at the beginning of this hullabaloo, as Mock would say, that I thought that it was going to be Biden as the guy, because Democrats are extremely predictable, and the powers that be, the puppeteers, are like, it's going to be Biden, and so they decide. And obviously they've been rigging this from the start, so I figured it would be Biden. But he said it was going to be
anybody else.
Anybody else. It was going to be anybody else.
So they made a bet.
We did. So we bet a burger at a local gentleman's establishment called the Red Garter here in town. They ended up naming a burger after me, which is really sweet. It's called the Daisy Burger if you're ever in town and you are a dude and you want to go to the Red Garter.
Or a chick.
Or a chick, yeah. And the burger's really good because they brought us.
Their food is amazing.
So good, right?
Holy crap.
And mine has avocado.
We
on
only
it
know that because they brought it to us.
We
by the way.
didn't go. They brought us burgers in studio, and mine has an avocado on it. It's really good. Anyway, so he thinks he's gonna win, and he's probably gonna win because at this point Biden is just cuckoo.
he got like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that we know. I mean, Iowa results are not still 100% in. This is what's insane.
but listen, I am not gonna tuck for a buck. I'm
She
not
has
doing
standards.
it. I'm not
Why do you
doing
hate
it.
those?
Standards.
Why do you hate those local mothers so
I'm
much?
not gonna do. They're all going to law school, Rob. They're all.
Can I share a very unpopular opinion?
Yes.
You guys, was it just me, or was the wife that was surprised with her husband's return from overseas not...
She was underwhelmed.
Yes.
She was
okay.
a little underwhelmed.
Yes, and I get everybody's like, oh my god, amazing moment, but like then she didn't touch him.
I feel
forever.
like she kind of pushed the kids to him, and then she didn't like embrace him.
I mean, she gave him the initial kiss, but then they like literally stood feet apart.
Yeah,
and I was
I
like,
thought
how are you not all
like?
over
How are you
him?
not grabbing his face? It was like 7 months since they've seen each other. I would have been grabbing his face.
I mean, I get
or at
that it
least
was
grabbing
overwhelming.
him, or at least hugging him.
Right.
I thought that was
or
a little odd
holding
too.
his hand. Like, I would have not been able to let my husband
Listen,
go.
I'm not judging because I've never been in that situation. I know people though that have. Like, I'm very good friends. I mean, like one of my best friends is a military wife, and I know that she would have been all up in there.
Yeah.
All up in there.
It was very odd to me, especially because every other guest of Trump's, like, I was bawling.
Oh my god!
Everybody.
That one woman in the red that had the little boy,
Oh my
and
God.
she started crying.
Oh my god! And the one woman with the preemie.
Oh my god! I mean, all of them. There were so many. But yeah, I thought that was a little odd. Like I said, I don't want to judge.
And she was very scowly the whole time that Trump was talking about her husband. She seemed very scowly.
I mean, listen, everybody's different. Maybe she's just not touchy feely. But I would have been all up in there.
It just seemed a little like I was a little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and I was like,
Stacey said agreed. Very awkward. It was
Okay.
a little awk.
all right, because everything I'm seeing like on the interwebs, everybody's like, "Oh my god, this was such a powerful, emotional moment." I was like, "Well, I mean, it was for sure, and it's amazing what Trump did." Man, he knows TV, right? Like he knows what makes a TV moment, and I just feel like she didn't.
They said that maybe she was overwhelmed.
I know
she's not a public person.
I get that, but then maybe
why did they pick her?
Yeah, like why did you agree to be a part of this?
Exactly. That's a great point.
Because there's plenty of people in that position.
Totally.
So that was very, very odd to me.
Yeah.
And I know that's not.
You're not supposed to show PDA in uniform. Yeah, but I mean, a kiss would have been like just a hug. It's like, I mean, we can do this. You know what I mean? And we're not even romantically involved. You know, it's like.
Although if I was gay, I would totally be gay with her.
Totally. But you know what I mean? Like they could have at least hugged.
She could have just been like this.
Like touched his shoulder.
Right. But
like
they stood with this distance between them
really
after
odd.
they had their initial moment.
It was a little odd.
Anyway, that was just very strange.
That's a lot.
How much did you love the 100-year-old little Tuskegee Airman guy?
Oh my God.
And his grandson? I mean,
I
just couldn't.
I can't.
I couldn't with
any
any
of
of that.
any of the military stuff. I just lose my mind. I can't. I just love it all, and I just have such respect for those people, and I just start bawling. I can't.
God, it was amazing.
So, yeah.
And listen, if you need the fact that like while towards the beginning when he was talking about all the great economy results, Democrats were audibly moaning and groaning and if you need more evidence of how they feel about America, if you can audibly groan and gripe while talking about America's success or while hearing about America's success, that says everything you need to know about Democrats.
And if you're on the fence, like if you're a moderate, if that even exists anymore, are there people that are moderate in this country or people who are undecided? Really? Does that?
Kristen Sinema.
She calls herself a Democrat, but she really needs to come on over.
Yeah.
Come on. She does. I mean, it's like, hey, listen, come on over to our side because you were clapping for a lot of the things.
I just saw somebody say she filed for divorce.
Wait. Who?
I don't know. If they're talking about that military woman, then wow. Holy crap.
No.
Maybe that was a joke.
Oh,
because,
no.
oh my God.
That would be really weird.
Listen, I know. Everybody's like, give her a break, national TV.
We're totally giving her a break. We just, listen, we keep it real here. We talk about all the things.
I'm just saying, the reaction, I felt a little cringy in that moment.
This is the stuff that we talk about via text message when we're, going back and forth during the Sotu.
And then we also say, should we say that out loud? Yeah. Or is that something that we just keep on this text exchange?
Should we talk about this tomorrow?
Is not shared with you.
Yeah, we don't share a lot because we know you guys are going to get all pissy with us.
Yeah.
This is the stuff. But we do share how much we don't like Pelosi.
Oh, you should have heard the words.
I mean,
she said when she came in this morning about Pelosi. Mm-hmm. There were T words and C words and all kinds of words flying around that we would not subject
and B
you
words. and Z words. And XYZ words. Yeah.
I'm looking.
She's terrible, you guys. She's terrible. And I think she needs to go. I mean, if you can't handle working with somebody, you just need to go. You need to step down. Yeah. I feel like this is any job that you have. If you are in what I saw last night was rage. That was rage.
Yeah.
If you're in any position, I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's a government position. I don't care if it's just if you work in a factory, if you are in a position where you are feeling rage towards the people that you work with, it's time to go because you in danger, girl. You need to go. You can't do your job effectively. She can't do her job effectively. And she looks weak. And I that's no good for women. It's no good for her. She's going to have problems physically. She's already having the problems with her mouth or something's going on there. She needs to get gone. She needs to go. These people are so full of rage. It's not healthy. It's just not healthy for our country.
Hashtag, did I say this already? That hashtag Pelosi tantrum is trending on Twitter?
You didn't say it.
I didn't say that. Okay.
You did.
Because it's trending. And I love that it's trending. And so I saw that and I was like, while she's busy ripping up stuff, maybe she should go ahead and rip up those articles of impeachment. Because he's going to be acquitted today. And you can suck it, Nancy.
And then this morning, you were commenting before we got on our live, you were like, Trump should totally take those articles of impeachment and rip them up. And be like, it's the courteous thing to do.
I mean, considering the
alternative. He should
can you imagine?
Wouldn't that be the greatest thing if he did that? Oh, God, I would love it if he did that so much. Yeah, and somebody mentioned this too. It's like, she's so full of crap when she says stuff like, I'm so prayerful. And I'm so somber for this country. I mean, she's not prayerful. She doesn't pray for our president. If you think she prays for our president, you're high. There's nothing prayerful about that woman. If she was prayerful, she would have not done what she did last night. There's just nothing Christian about that. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. So stop it. And stop, invoking God into the conversation. Stop doing that when it's convenient for you. That's not cool. Stop it.
Oh my God. She was on Twitter right after she got done having her hissy fit. Here's just a couple things. So first she tweeted a photo of herself with her hand extended to the president right when he was turning his back. And again, I don't know if he saw her.
She's trying to make him the bad guy.
She wants everybody to believe that he totally dissed her.
Poor Nance. She's a victim because all those Democrat women are victims.
So she tweeted, She tweeted along with that photo, she said, Democrats will never stop extending the hand of friendship.
Oh my God.
To get the job done.
Meanwhile,
for the people.
they've been spending 3.5 years trying to kick him out, but they're friends.
And so she says, we'll work to find common ground where we can, but we'll stand our ground when we cannot.
Oh, shut up, Nancy. Good Lord.
And then she said about the speech itself, the manifesto of mistruths presented in page after page of the address tonight should be a call to action for everyone who expects truth from the president and policies worthy of his office and the American people. Everything is great. You hag. Oh my God. Like, and Politico has fact checked it. Everything that they're like, well, yeah, that's true, but we hate him. Yeah. Essentially, that is how their fact checks read.
Yeah, that is the fact check there.
This is unreal. And AOC, did you see this? She did like an Instagram live or whatever, and she was so pissed that Rush got the Medal of Freedom, and she was even more pissed that he got it in that setting.
Yeah.
She is beside herself.
Yeah.
And she was like, don't try to pretend he didn't know. It was in the news all
So
day.
What? So what?
And
Who
so
cares?
she was like, it was so nauseating to see him like fake act surprised.
Oh my God, shut up.
She's horrific.
She's just so pissed that he got it. They're so mad that he got it, and I love every bit of it. I
And
love
she's
it.
all, that's the same award that Rosa Parks got, and he's like a racist, whatever. And okay, it's the same award that Ellen DeGeneres got too, okay?
Yeah.
Presidents have the prerogative to bestow that award on anyone they damn well please, and this was a good choice.
And Rush Limbaugh, he created an entire industry. We happen to be talking to you because of Rush Limbaugh.
That's exactly right.
That's the reason that we're here today. And we're talking to 2,400 people right now because of Rush freaking Limbaugh. So she can suck it.
Yeah, he literally created an entire industry.
Yeah, he did. And
So-
we women are in it because of people like Rush Limbaugh. You know, two moms who started a website, 12 years ago? Is it 12 years
11?
ago?
Wait.
11? I can't do math. Anyways, it's
11.
Yeah.
It's 11.
Over a decade ago. You know, we started a website and we had other careers and we got into it. And, you know, by the grace of God, we're in radio now because of because of Rush Limbaugh. I mean, he's the godfather. Right? So, I mean,
He was so overwhelmed.
He was overwhelmed. He's a great guy, and you know the people that understand him and understand what he's doing, we're super grateful for Rush Limbaugh. You know, he's a good guy. So, and I hope that he fights. I hope he fights this cancer.
Yeah.
And I hope people are out there praying for him because I know that we are. So.
Faux show.
Yeah, God bless him is right. Brienne, I think I got that right. My eyes are bad. Yes.
Yeah, Brienne.
Yes. Good morning, Texas.
I'm trying to think of some other moments. I
know,
tweeting at
there
the
were so
storm
many.
last night about it, and listen, I'm not gonna lie, I gloated so hard.
You know, and
like,
you should.
all through it. I
And
was
you
just
should.
like,
And there was one part where she was like, I kind of should I feel bad about gloating? Like, it's almost like you had like a moment of remorse for like maybe guilt for gloating. And I'm like, you know what? We haven't had a chance to gloat. And
yeah, because
for
the media
like 3
never tells
years,
the good news.
because the media doesn't ever say any good news about Trump. And so when he gets out there and he finally says, here are all the good things that I've done, and Republicans were so excited about it, and we're so excited about hearing all the good stuff, it's like, you know what? We get to toot our own horn at a Sotu. We're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
And they can bite me because it's like we don't ever get to hear this stuff. All we hear is negative, and how much, you know, we're all racist, and we're this, and we're that, and we're this ist, and we're that obe, and you know, we're just horrible people all the time. This is what we hear. They have learned nothing from 2016. They have learned nothing.
I think that's why it was so delicious.
It was.
Especially because Nancy was so miserable. And like her misery was giving me such joy.
You're not the
and
only
that's
one.
when I felt bad.
You're
right?
not
Like
the-
I was like, should I be taking this much
No,
joy? out
you're
of
not
someone's
the only
misery?
one. It's like I tell you, it's like karma. Karma is real. And I feel like all the crap that they've done over the past 3.5 years, you cannot, when you do stuff based on hate, sheer hate, it will bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't do it. You can't continue to do things based on hate. They always tell us that we're, you know, racist and we're horrible things and we're hateful people. No, that's not how this works. That's not what this is about. They are basing everything that they've done. Their entire platform is based on hating Trump and hating us. And it will come back to haunt them. And I think
It already is.
It's doing
right?
it. It's
I mean,
doing
look
it right
at, like,
now.
the Gallup results from yesterday.
What happened in Iowa? What's happening in Iowa? It's all coming back to haunt them. I mean, it's all imploding, and we're seeing it happen in real time. And I really truly believe that you cannot do things based on hate. You can't. you actually have to do the work, and you actually have to be a good person. And it may take years for it to implode on you, but I feel like it's taken just 3.5. It's starting to backfire on them. And I feel like, people are starting to see, okay, well, they didn't learn much in 2016.
No, they learned nothing.
They didn't change the way that their thinking process. They just continue to hate more, and it's like the TDS is decaying their brains, and they're just it's the same playbook, y'all. Same playbook. You're racist. You're this. You're that. Well, actually, we're not, and you didn't learn anything. So see you in 2020. Because
that's the thing. I just feel like everything right now is on such a huge upswing.
Yeah.
And especially today, because it's going to culminate at 4:00 today when they take the official vote to acquit. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be really interested to see how that vote shakes out.
Yeah.
And to see if there's any Democrat brave enough to say, yeah, this is all a bunch of bullshit, and I'm going to vote to acquit. Because then it'll be a bipartisan acquittal, which would also be amazing, since it would have been a completely partisan impeachment in the House.
Yeah.
And so it'll just be it'll be a nice cap off, right, to this last couple of days. He's had an amazing week, really. Yeah. I mean, amazing week.
Yeah.
Considering what happened in Iowa and how bad that hurt Democrats in general. And they know it. They know how bad this week has gone for them. Mm-hmm. And so I gloated a little. I did. I gloated a little.
Gloat. I think I think it was Kim that said this. Imagine if they spent their time finding a good candidate instead of hating. You're right. But how hard is it to find a good candidate amongst people who are so consumed with hate? I can't find one decent person on that side of the aisle, because their whole platform is based on hate. I mean, I have friends, I still have friends, believe it or not, who are Democrats. And I'm like, how can you still be a Democrat after seeing that display last night?
Yeah.
How can you still look at Nancy Pelosi and be like, yeah, I identify with her?
But I guess they're doing it right, if you think about it, because the people that they're appealing to are the people who will hate vote and who will vote they're resolute about voting because of their hatred. They're not going to get anybody else. They just won't. And so now all they can do is appeal to the lowest common denominator, which is these cretins.
Really dumb people.
Yeah.
Dumb people who are just like, I hate.
Speaking of dumb people, that chick in Iowa.
Oh my God.
Did you guys see that?
Buttigieg?
Yes.
Did you guys see this? We're talking about this on our show today.
Who voted for Pete. She's all excited since somebody asks her about his gayness.
She caucused for Pete?
Yeah, somebody asks her, about his gayness, and she was like, wait, what?
Wait, Pete is gay?
He's married to that Chastity dude, and she was like gay married? I don't want him in the White House. How do I take my vote back?
And they're like, yeah, Pete is gay? Hello?
And this is the kind of people that are voting in Democrat caucuses.
These are Democrat people. I mean, she's voting in a caucus. Like, don't you think you have to have some sort of knowledge of the candidates? I mean, and I feel like Pete is mentioned about 50 gajillion times that he's gay.
I mean, he does try to throw it in there sometimes.
I feel like he does. Most people know that.
Just so out of touch.
Yeah.
That's incredible. See, and this is the thing. I always wonder, we've talked about this and I know it's never going to happen, but wouldn't it be something if people had to know about the candidates that they're voting for?
Yeah.
That there was some measure of their knowledge about them?
Yeah.
I mean, it would never practically work, but man, when you see stuff like that, you're like...
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You'd be that dumb.
Yeah.
And the girl that was talking to her was like, well, I can check, if we can undo your caucusing, but... I don't know if that's a thing.
And listen, this is probably mean, but don't y'all wish it hurt to be stupid? I mean, I'm just putting it out there. There's some times where I look at people and I'm like, that's probably mean. But sometimes I do wish it just hurt just a little bit. Maybe just gave him a bad headache or something, just to be stupid.
All right, it's after 8. We should probably...
You guys, it's going to be a banner day on the Chicks on the Right show.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we could just go on.
Good Lord. What a night. I mean, I thought I was going to be tired this morning. Not tired at all.
Oh, we didn't even mention Gretchen. What's her name?
Gretchen.
Whitmer?
Oh, God. The chick from Michigan.
Yes.
She kind of looks like a cross between Annabeth Gish from Shag.
And
y'all remember
Sigourney
her?
Weaver.
Yeah. And if you added a little prom queen on top of her, that's what Miriam said last night. I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything was like, infrastructure. You guys, infrastructure. Look at me.
And the other part that she tried to convince everybody watching how much they were struggling.
Yeah.
And you can't do that when the economy is this good and everybody's employed.
And it's like, have you seen my 401k?
You're not going to be able to convince people that they're doing badly when they're not.
I think she was trying, though. She had like that voice where she's like, "Let me put you in a trance,"
which was nice because it like kind of got rid of my wired upness.
Because we were both so like, I can't go to sleep yet. I can't go to sleep. And then she was like, "Let me put you in a trance and tell you how bad the country sucks right now. It really sucks."
Oh, remember when she started out by saying, instead of talking about, lies or whatever, we're going to talk about Democrats and the actions that we've taken. And I'm like, you've been impeaching and investigating.
Y'all been trying to kick him out for 3.5 years. You haven't done crap.
Shouldn't take long.
I swear to it took her 10 minutes.
And then at the end,
it took her 10 minutes.
Because she was in front of a live audience, I don't even know where, it was super awkward. She just stood there, like while they were all clapping, and I don't think anybody told her what to do after.
Like with her hands or anything.
Or like where to go.
She
just was standing there.
It was so weird.
And I was like, this is so
really weird. And people, we've heard that I didn't see who said this, but we've heard that she's a terrible, terrible governor.
Yeah,
she's mixed.
Her name is Gretchen, and I feel like she really looks like a Gretchen.
Yeah, she kind of does. Like we feel like she was probably really mean in high school. She was that girl who was a total, you know what we're saying, in high school.
Mm-hmm. And she can put lipstick on with her bra, like Claire.
She was that girl. She was like, you can't sit at my table.
You guys remember?
You can't. Claire. Yeah, she was that girl. Yeah, we all really liked her. Yeah, and then she's like, I'm gonna run for governor one day. You can't be in my cabinet. She's that girl. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta go.
Okay, you guys, bring it in.
Tune into our radio show, 9 to 11 this morning on WIBC.com.
It's gonna be lit.
Also, our new podcast is coming out. We talked about Super Bowl halftime. That comes out sometime around noon today. So be looking for the Mock and Daisy Common Sense cast.
Good morning, LaGrange, Texas. I love LaGrange. All right, you guys, bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, it's hump day. Woo! You guys will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.